Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Sunday. I almost forgot what day it was. April 16, 2023. An interesting day, to say the least. Let's talk a little bit about that. Today on the Level 1 podcast, I did not expect to have the segment that I talked about, but I had to have a giant segment regarding this new thing happening on YouTube. And the thing that's happening is that people on the internet are giving permission to use their music freely on certain websites, but then years later changing their mind, loading that music into YouTube's content ID system, and now mass claiming videos that in reality they should not have the legal right to claim. This has affected me, luckily not in a big way, but basically a lot of my raw streams are being claimed on YouTube for fan remixes that used free music 10 plus years ago, way before the content ID system on YouTube even existed, and there should have never been a legal right for anyone to be claiming this content, but they are. So if you want the full story on this, and sadly, us sending off the song Hobos and Dogs, yes, this was a very well-regarded fan remix of mine that I've been listening to for over 6 years on my streams, and I can no longer do it because now YouTube Content ID matches it. The full story can be had on today's Level 1 podcast. Please give it a watch. You're going to probably learn a lot about how this system is working because it is definitely flawed, okay? So after the Level 1 podcast, we continued on with Silent Hill 3 HD, which has been a great playthrough so far. We're now about 9 hours in, and today we did the entirety of the hospital in Silent Hill, as well as the dark side of the hospital, which is kind of like the demon side, the hell side of the hospital. I called it Hell Hospital, all in one go, which is good. We cleared the entire thing, both sides, and by the end of the stream, we were heading into the amusement park. Now, admittedly, I don't remember how long this game is, and tonight I might actually look it up, because I was wondering, like, man, I'm 9 hours in, and I'm wondering, how much longer? Is it like a 12-hour playthrough, a 15-hour playthrough? Is it a really long game? I can't remember the original run from 11 years ago, so I'm curious after the amusement park. I'm pretty sure there's another major area after the amusement park. I think it's the orphanage, or the one where the kids are kind of getting indoctrinated into the religion, if I remember correctly. I think that's part of it. I think that might be the end of it, but I'm not sure. Again, I don't really have a great memory on this, so I'll have to look into that tonight. But anyway, great progress today in Silent Hill 3. Great stream. Then on the late stream tonight, it was Oblivion chill fun. That's Elder Scrolls 4. And we did 2 hours of progress, and I'm happy to report tonight we completed the Fighters Guild. It was a good showing. I actually earned some cool weapons and things by the end. We even had time to do an extra mission that was one of the Daedric missions by the end of the stream. And, fun was had. And actually, I was curious how much is left in the game. Someone said, why don't you look up the achievements? So I did. And it looks like we have maybe 3 or 4 story-based achievements left, meaning, probably a few hours of story if we just focus on that. Or there's 3 or 4 Mages Guild achievements left. Now, the Mages Guild, we got pretty far in the game, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh, we can't do any more of it now. We'll contact you later on it. And I was like, okay. And they haven't contacted me. So I'm wondering how exactly you advance the Mages Guild, because obviously I would like to do that before I beat the main story of the game. So if anyone has an idea on that, if you want to comment on this video, or maybe comment over on the Oblivion videos, because we're going to be playing Oblivion again in a couple of days. And obviously I would like to know exactly how to keep doing the Mages Guild. I don't want to miss out on it. It's really the only major thing left achievements-wise in the entirety of the game, okay? Now, some have asked, am I going to do the Shivering Isles DLC? Because everyone says it's great. I'm definitely considering it. And what I told everyone was, listen, if people show up, engage, and support with these streams, I will do it. I've already played this for 4 months. You figure maybe another couple of weeks, we'll wrap up Mages Guild and the main story. And if you want Shivering Isles, I'd be willing to do it. But not if people are not going to show up, engage, and support. And quite frankly, the last few streams of Oblivion, like the last couple of weeks, have been quite slow. People aren't really showing up anymore for them. And I'm wondering, does that mean that the interest is waned? Because let's face it, I've been playing this since freaking Christmas of last year. So maybe that's what the deal is. But I'll be honest, tonight, more people showed up, and there actually was a big rallying of support, and everyone seemed to enjoy the stream tonight. So if that continues on, I'd be willing to drop some money and invest in further playing this playthrough out, because I don't want to play something people don't want. And I'll be honest, there are people out there who are like, hey, Oblivion's gone on too far. Can you do something else? So I'm hearing different opinions. I'm not decided yet. I'd like more feedback. Obviously, let me know what you think, and we'll go from there. All right? So overall, today was a great day, and then when I finished all my streams, I just filmed my review of James Gunn's The Suicide Squad movie from 2021. That's going to be going live on DSP Reacts tonight. Also over on DSP Reacts, I have posted up the threads by which you members can nominate the videos that you want to see in next week's DSP versus the Internet. So a lot of progress today. We had double streaming day here on DSP Gaming. We had an interesting podcast this morning. And then we had DSP Reacts content tonight and threads over there. Lots of stuff going on. All right? But Monday doesn't let up. I don't know who's racing outside. Monday doesn't let up. On Monday, after a fun Level 1 podcast, it's the continuation of the Return to Elden Ring. This is the Glintstone Magic run, which I'm really enjoying. We're in the Academy of Rhea Lucaria. We're going to keep going through there, investigating, and maybe even beating the Academy tomorrow. I think with 3 hours, we could probably do that. Good news is the Academy should have some really great items for me to use moving forward as a Magic user, and I hope I could find them all this time and unlock them. It should be a good time, so hopefully you guys will join me for that tomorrow. And then tomorrow night is something special. Over on DSP Reacts, we're going to be doing a tier maker stream. First ever dedicated tier maker stream where I'm going to be doing 2 different tier maker rankings. Each one will be about an hour long, where we'll be ranking things and interacting together on the stream. I'm sure you guys will be helping me with the rankings and trying to convince me to move things up or down or whatever. What will the rankings be? You're determining that. The people over on DSP Reacts, everyone, not just members, but everyone, have been posting up nominations in an open post I did on the community tab. And what we're going to do tomorrow, in the morning on the Level 1 podcast, we're going to go through that community tab and we're going to see what people suggested. And if there's common suggestions, a lot of people suggested, those are going to be the ones that we're going to do tomorrow night on this first ever tier maker stream. Okay, so I'm excited for this. I hope that you guys will join me for the tier maker fun tomorrow night on the late stream, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. So, Level 1 podcast, fun Return to Elden Ring, and then tier maker stuff on DSP Reacts. We got a great day of variety coming up tomorrow. Okay, everybody? Thank you all very much. Please have a good evening. I'll see you all in the morning. Have a good night. Peace out. See you later.